So I wanted to try something new. Um, I do a lot of reading of manga in general, and I wanted to maybe try doing a not a guided reading, but like reading aloud to whomever. I know that people seem to enjoy being read to. So I thought that it would be fun to try reading to an audience. Currently, I am reading this manga. It's called Goodnight, Punpun. Um, it's pretty dark, um, which contrasts a lot with the how the character is drawn. Um, but yeah, I am a little bit further in the series than someone who's never read it before. I can give a brief synopsis. Basically, this little guy here, his name is Punpun. That's not like his actual name, but it's like a nickname that he's been given. It's his basically his life story. It starts out from when he's really young, and it goes up right now. He's in high school, and it's just kind of like it's a slice of life, basically. A lot of like really not great stuff happens to him and the people around him. His parents get divorced, and yeah. So it's it's really it's kind of sad to be honest. But I've been enjoying it so far, and I've packed away all of my physical copies of it. So I started reading it online, and yeah, here we are. So I'm on chapter 62. And he is on a date now for context. What is that? It's so cute. I wonder if I can get it. I haven't played this very much. Now we are in a hospital. This is, by the way, Punpun's mother. She's in surgery right now. Otonera, it's okay. You don't need to keep trying. No, no. I can pay for myself. Actually, I'll cover everything else since you paid for the arcade. No, no, no. I'll pay you back another time. You know, it's only been 2 months since we started high school, but it's going by so quickly. Midterms just ended, and my head's already full of finals. I want to volunteer overseas. I'm still trying to figure out how to do it. There are a lot of places in the world where people are poor and lack vital services. I was lucky enough to be born in an affluent country like Japan, so I want to try and help. So I'm teaching myself English. Communication is so important when you're working with people, don't you think? Punpun had no reply for such an unexpectedly serious answer. So how about you, Odanera? What do you do? After much thought, watch TV, play video games was all he could come up with. Get all the way under here. Your bag is gonna get soaked. You're really nice, Odanera. I appreciate your concern, but no, never mind. Sorry, I'm having trouble saying what I mean. I only have sisters, so I don't really understand boys. I kinda get Miyamura, but I find you hard to read, Onanira. Azusa, over here. Sorry to keep you waiting. I told you not to be late. It wasn't my fault, Nanjo. It was super late. Oh, sorry, Odonera. Let me introduce you. This is my sister, Miyuki, and her friend from high school, Sachi Nanjo. My work's on display too. Take a look. It's a bit better than Miyuki's depressing crap. Shut up, you. Your stuff is just bigger than mine. It's a total waste of paint. So basically, the date that Punpun is on, they're going to an art show that her sister is in and her friend. So, yeah, it's an art show. Pay no attention to them. They're always like this. No, no, no. I wonder if Connie is having a good time with me. Poon was feeling very insecure. What do I like about Connie? He was losing confidence. Is this how you're supposed to feel when you're falling in love? Thinking about those things made an image pop into Punpun's head. Milky Way. Oh dear. Oh, and there. Chapter 63. Punpun felt sure he had seen that sky before. It was when he was in elementary school, on the way home from exploring the miso factory with his friends. That big, big night sky full of stars. The painting looked just like that. Punpun idly thought, I bet that starry night sky hasn't changed since then and is still sparkling. But Harumin and Komatsu and Shimi and Seki and Aiko had all gone away. Punpun thought, what am I doing here? I'm on a date. I'm on a first date with a girl I'm not comfortable with. Do I really think I'll get lucky and she'll let me put the tip in with an arbitrary hard on? Why am I working so hard when she doesn't even notice? As a little kid could never have imagined that this was how it was going to turn out. He didn't know. Surely he wasn't thinking anything. This was just the result of going with the flow, lazily, slowly letting things happen. The starry sky he saw that night would probably still sparkle in the past, present, and future, but it seemed unfair that Punpun was steadily becoming sleazier. Punpun was having trouble breathing, and he thought again. What are you doing here? What is this what you want? Use your head. Had enough of your excuses and explanations and evasions. Idiot. Shut up. Just shut up. I'm doing the best I can. Punpun just barely managed to hang on. Shh. I imagine that's a car driving by. This is my painting. Well, I have no comment about wastes of paint. This alumni exhibit always has a theme, and this year is memories of my teens. I think getting caught up in the past is counterproductive, and I don't like it. How should I phrase this without getting personal? I'm glad you seem to be connecting with it, but honestly, it's a little weird that you're crying. Oh, yeah, would you mind writing it down? Your thoughts on this piece? No one's written in it yet. This is between you and me, but I'm racing Miyuki to see who can get the most pages filled. I don't care if it's just scribbles, just write something, okay? And FYI, Azusa is a virgin, so be gentle with her. Go for it, young man. Punpun had no idea what to write. He was counterproductively ensnared in the memories of the past. Become an academic who studies the universe, win a Nobel Prize, and emigrate to planet Punpun. He had definitely been a little off as a kid, he thought. Looking back, he couldn't tell how much of it he'd really meant. He also thought he had become very boring. But what if, and this was really was a what if, a near miraculous probability. What if the planet Punpun he had imagined back then was still floating around somewhere out there? Yeah, right. He must be a little off thinking about things like that in high school. He's pretty much a shit. If he could, if he could truly, if he could become truly crazy, it might make things a little more fun, Punpun thought. It may surprise you. I think I'm hotter than you are. Die. Well, as long as I'm a shit, how about this story entitled The Milky Way? I am a normal boy who lives many universes away. One day, I was really depressed about going to school. It was because Miyoko, the classroom idol, was transferring. But several days later, a girl from far away, a faraway star, transferred to our school. It was love at first sight. There was no reason for it. I was just convinced that she was my fate. I thought that whatever happened, I had to protect her. But over time, I lost sight of her. The grown up me floats aimlessly through the Milky Way, looking for what I lost. For instance, something like this. There is no end to these stupid stories. Punpun felt like crying. Wow, you're writing a ton. That's Sachi's book, right? Let me see. No, no. Maybe this was boring. You want to go? The rain. It's getting heavier and heavier. Really, Punpun's sentimentality was so shallow. The relentless rain brought Punpun back to reality in a hurry. When the weather's better, do you want to go somewhere? Connie is a very serious, nice person. She really, really is. And she's a virgin. Recalling that fact made Punpun inadvertently aroused again. A strange moment passed. Punpun sensed something was about to happen. Okay, I'm gonna go home. My mom worries if I'm out too late. What? What? Wait, what? We're both going to be really busy studying, but by the time finals are over, the rainy season will be too. No, huh? But let's get together again when we have time. I had fun today. Jeez. I think we should spend a little more time together now, Gunpu said as calmly as he could. Okay, I don't mind. Shh. Slit. That word kept running through Punpun's mind. His senses had become very acute since the long silence, and he very vividly experienced Connie's breath, body heat, and smell. The more he thought about needing to say something, the more his mind filled with that word, slit. I think I'll get going. It's starting to get cold. Your mom will worry too, Onodira. My mom is in the hospital having an operation, so I'm fine. Poon's brain was on high speed looking for something clever to say. What? Hey. Onodira, why didn't you say something? If your mom's having surgery, you shouldn't be out playing. Whether I'm there or not has no bearing on the outcome of the surgery. Poon wasn't sure what Connie was getting at. that's not the point. I mean, aren't you worried? I don't feel the need to worry. Honestly, Punpun didn't know why she would say something like that. But she's your mom. Whether or not we're related doesn't change the fact that we are all separate beings. What a stupid question, Punpun thought. Hey, Onodira, that's just wrong. You should use your brain and think again. How about you? I question your ability to see things outside your own point of view. Right. Let's agree to disagree. Suddenly, Punpun's knees were shaking. So, were you looking at my sister's painting, thinking it was stupid? I'm sorry to have offended you. Onodira, what are you thinking? You stopped me from going home, but you won't say anything. I'm really sensitive to the cold. Well, what? What is it? What do you want? If there's something you want to say, just come out and say it. I. I. I want to go out with you. Why? How can you say that now? You're. You're not right, Onodera. You're too self-centered. Something's not right. Something's not right. Something's not right. Punpun felt like he might piss his pants. I get it. I know you thought you were being really kind and considerate all day, but you were doing it because you wanted to be liked. No, 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 no. That's just conceited. You need to think more about other people's feelings. I'm sorry. Don't get the wrong idea. I can't go out with you because you love yourself more than anything, right? This hasn't shown up in the series for a moment, but this very like hyper realistic picture is how Punpun imagines God to look like. So every time he's talking to God, this random man's face shows up. Punpun had lived his life trying not to make waves, trying to get by without bothering anyone. He didn't understand why every aspect of himself had just been so soundly neglected. Do it. Connie continued to speak, but Punpun couldn't hear a word of it. Do it. Just a second ago, you were all hot and wet, hiding behind social justice and spewing textbook arguments, making you far more conceited and violent than me. Punpun got it. He got the gist. Kiss me. Midori, what time is it? Oh, you're awake. It's just after 9 p.m. I'm alive, right? Of course you are. I was dreaming. Punpun and I were having dinner together and chatting happily like a normal family. Shh. Get off of me. Here, take it. No, I'd rather get soaked. I should have stayed home and studied. You're a very sad person, Onodira. It's hard because he's the main character and I've seen him go through, from like 6 years old up to like 16 now, where he is. I want to feel bad for him because he's the main character and I know his backstory, but I know that he's doing shitty things too. Okay, I think I'm gonna read one more chapter. Chapter 65. What if, just what if Connie blew things out of proportion and told everyone at school what happened, and Punpun got labeled savage prick and an attempted rapist, and people glared at him and talked about him behind his back and hid his shoes. Punpun didn't know how he'd manage. Okay, then die. So the fact that Punpun was worried about himself at a time like this just proved that he was a total shit. Punpun was sure he'd regret for the rest of his life. Letting Connie go home alone in the rain. Are you sure it'll look okay? Old ladies aggressively trying to look young is painful, you know. Not at all. You could say you're in your 20s and people would totally believe you. Okay, then. If you were going to give a gift to a young man, do you think sweets are better than flowers? Look at you, turning cougar already. Silly, it's just a what if. La la. Hoppin', chew. Shintaro? Shintaro is the name of a boy that had broken his leg and was in the hospital as well. And Punpun's mother would see him every day in the waiting room. And she ended up developing feelings for him. He is the same age as her son. Miss Sonodera got these cream puffs for us. What do you think it means? It is suspicious. Maybe she put metal shavings in them. Matron, call for you on line 2. After your x-ray at 4, you're going home, so make sure you're all packed. Oh, Miss Onodera, there's a letter for you. Today I plan to tell her how I feel as honestly as I can. I haven't reached any conclusions and I'm still totally lost, but if she hates me because of it, at least I tried my hardest. This may sound arrogant, but talking to you made me realize that adults are tormented too, and that actually made me feel a little better. Of course, I look up to strong people who are full of confidence, but I feel like I can really trust someone who can be open about their vulnerabilities. Ugh. That's still her. If we ever meet again, I look forward to hearing your stories. I should be a little more mature then. Say something, you little shit. How about a welcome home? P.S. Please try and get along with your son. My girlfriend says Miss Onodera is nice, too. Oh, ugh. I really am an idiot. I think I'm gonna stop there. It's a lot. Um, it's different reading aloud. I'm used to reading a lot faster to myself, so. Anywho,